return to a new week. It's a Monday. We're pushing out nothing but your favorite program material, Alabama football, right here. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Happy to be here with you. We bring you the show as always. Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you through YouTube. And speaking of the channel, you know what time it is. You hit that subscribe button right now. Tap subscribe on the YouTube channel. You get every friend, every family member, diehard fan, casual fan, consumer of Bama football to flock. Nowhere else. In my own words, right here. Hottest show on the streets. We give you nothing but Bama. Hit that subscribe button right there. Hit the like button also. We want that thumbs up from you. Give us that thumbs up right there. Like the show. Tap the like button. Trying to get this 50 likes out the gate to start the show. Also hit the notification bell so that way you miss nothing on your favorite Bama football program. That daily super chat goal, $100 daily. Super chat goal, $100 right there. We appreciate the support coming from you. We got a lot to get into. After the first scrimmage of fall camp, I know Nick Saban took the podium over the weekend, drenched in sweat, named a lot of things that need to be improved upon, but there was some good. A lot of good that happened there in the first scrimmage. We're going to dive into that. And we want you, the Bama fans, being a part of the conversation. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358. Number to call in and let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. Numbers right there on screen, 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. But without further ado, John, let's get into it. First topic of the conversation right here from the Alabama scrimmage. First game-like practice of fall camp, and quarterback position, always the one getting the most conversation, always the one getting the most talk, always the one getting the most dialogue. We were wondering, is the cake still baking? Has Nick Saban let the cake burn up? Or has somebody finally begun to pull away here in this quarterback competition? Well, we look at it, starting to see that Saban has not let the carrot cake burn up. It seems as if somebody is starting to pull away a bit here in this quarterback race discussion. That young man, none other than Jalen Milroe, redshirt sophomore, Katy, Texas, former four-star in the 2021 signing class. Heard a lot of good things from Milroe in the first scrimmage. One of the big things I heard in this sourced out information here, Milroe, 2 to 3 touchdown passes. This is big. We know what he is as an athlete. We know what he is as a running dual threat as far as the running ability part of that quarterback. We know what he is with his legs. We've seen it. The question we all had was, can he consistently stand in the pocket, go through reads, progressions, look at option 1, 2, 3, fire the football down the field, be accurate with it, have the timing, ball placement to put the ball in the weapon's hands, let them handle everything else. And in the first scrimmage, we are seeing that he can do this. It's just now with him stacking these performances on top of each other. This is really good. Heard in the first scrimmage, Jalen Milroe, 2 to 3 touchdown passes. Could have had another touchdown pass. And I remember on Twitter, a fan took this video, put it on social media, and I think it was in the 11-on-11 period or the 7-on-7 period during the scrimmage where, you know, there's no pressure, there's no rush coming to Milroe, and he gets the ball, and he goes through option 1, option 2, and as he gets to option 3, he sees a wide open Isaiah Bond streaking free down the middle of the field. Beat the defensive back, beat the coverage in question. Milroe unloaded, put the ball dead on the money. It hits Isaiah Bond in both of his hands. could not quite hold on, dropped the football, and I'm just like, Milroe put it dead there. You couldn't ask for better football. Put it dead there, went through reads, went through progressions, put it right on the money, and Bond just couldn't control it and bring it in for what would have been a touchdown there. So Milroe shines in the first scrimmage. You're starting to see he's getting comfortable, confident in what Tommy Rees wants to do. He's getting comfortable, confident in the Tommy Rees system, or the Alabama system that Tommy Rees is throwing wrinkles in, I'll put it like that. He's getting comfortable, confident in the play calling, the demeanor of one Tommy Rees. This is good. This is good. And I talked about this Friday of last week, guys, heading into the first scrimmage. It was, which one of these three quarterbacks between Milroe, Simpson, and Buckner can get into the fine details, tweak some stuff up, and show Coach Saban I can consistently stack performances together and being the guy. Jalen Milroe has taken that step forward and grabbing that bull by the horns. Jalen Milroe has taken that step forward in him being the cake that's ready to come out the oven made well. Jalen Milroe has taken that step forward to let people know, hey, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. I can get this done from the quarterback position. For those of you just checking out the show right now, the big news from the first scrimmage of fall camp over the weekend, Jalen Milroe, 2 to 3 touchdown passes, played well, was in command, took that command, shined in at the scrimmage, did a very good job. Hitting guys in the open space, delivering the football on point. Could have had an extra touchdown pass if not for a drop in the end zone by Isaiah Bond. And that's probably the only thing that U.S. fans are still concerned about, the wide receivers catching the football consistently. They'll have moments, and Coach Saban mentioned this over the weekend. There were some good catches by wideouts, but there's still drops. Still mental lapses, still that inconsistency from the wide receiver unit. They got to clean that up, get that in order. Headlined by position coach Holman Wiggins. He's got to get this group in line. But for Jalen Milroe, good first scrimmage. Good stuff, good performance, good work there out of him as he's showing, hey, I can maneuver this offense. I can command this offense. I can run this offense. Alabama's second scrimmage coming up here Saturday from Bryant-Denny. Can Milroe build off of this? If he can build off of this, he's the guy. Showed it last week. I can get this done. If he enters the second scrimmage and he's able to build off of this, then you got to look at him being the guy. Of course, Saban is not going to come out and say anything, but you got to look at Milroe being the guy who can build off of this. But good first scrimmage there from one Jalen Milroe. We take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting your chest warm here on a Monday. Don't touch that dial. When we come back, we dive into the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. Do U.S. fans believe Milroe can get this done? We get to you right after this.
This is Matt Caddell, former Alabama wide receiver, and you're listening to In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith with Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And I got 2 words to say, baby. Roll Tide.
9 players have teamed up and released the Alabama team paper. which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
We're back rocking and rolling right here, folks, to the action from the break on a Monday. Hottest show in the streets, bringing you your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA and John. I got to get back on down to Emily's, man. I got to get me another one of those heirloom pound cakes. Some things are good. Those cakes are the bee's knees. Got to get down to the Emily's heirloom pound cakes, man. Also, gotta love my guys, Title Towel, those rally towels right there. They do a phenomenal job. But we're at 65 likes right here on the show. Hit the like button, continue tapping the like button. Hit that like button. We're going for 100. The big 100, going for 100 likes on the show. Continue tapping that like button, showing that support right here to the channel. Hit that subscribe button as well. Daily Super Chat Go, $100 daily. Super Chat Go, $100 right there. We appreciate you guys. But before we go to the phone lines to grab your calls, and the call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, we got to go to our sponsors here. And this show, sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp right here. So, sometimes we're faced with tough situations or tough choices, and the path forward isn't always easy. Whether that's a quarterback having to make a quick decision in the pocket, or a coach dialing up a play on third down, a football player is making many tough choices throughout a game. In life, that may be dealing with decisions around a career, relationships, or anything else. Therapy can help you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life, so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trust in yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. How about that? Clarity is hugely important when making decisions that can come when talking things through with somebody. If you're thinking about starting therapy, you give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. You visit betterhelp.com/TDA to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TDA. Once again, this episode sponsored by our guys at BetterHelp. And it's always good to lean on people that, when you're going through tough times, when you're going through difficult moments and situations, to know that you're not alone. You can get that help, you can get that therapy, you can get that counseling, and team up with people that want to see you at your best self. So, as we go to our call topic right here, we still encourage you guys to call in 205-448-1358. One more time, 205-448-1358. But the call topic, Bama in the NFL, guys. I mean, so many players excelling first week of the NFL preseason. Bryce Young had some good moments out there for the Panthers. 4 for 5 passing. Had to get him out of there because the offensive line for Carolina was getting that man hit, and Frank Reich was not having that. So Bryce Young, 4 or 5 passing in his preseason debut. Brian Branch made some big hits, some big plays there in his first preseason game, first preseason matchup there. DeMarco Hellams had a pick for the Atlanta Falcons in his first preseason game. How about Eli Ricks, who went undrafted? A pick six for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eli Ricks did his thing out there. John Mechie had a couple of catches there in the Texans preseason game. Calvin Ridley, a couple of catches there for the Jacksonville Jaguars in that preseason game. So several guys stepping up there in the preseason when you talk Bama football in the pros. And the defensive guys that I just named here, it makes you wonder. I mean, Pete Golding had all of this talent the last 4 to 5 years and had no idea what to do with it. When you look at the guys that I just rattled off here, defensively, doing their thing, NFL preseason, Pete Golding had absolutely no earthly idea about the talent he had there on the roster and how to use that talent he had on the roster. But big kudos to the guys doing their thing there in preseason. But we're going to take another break here, folks, in the show. Don't touch that down. When we get back, we're going to look at some of the other highlights that took place in the first scrimmage of fall camp over the weekend. We'll be back after this.
What's up, Bama Nation? This is Rudy Griffin, former Alabama defensive lineman, and you're listening to my guy, Stephen M. Smith, in my own words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide, roll!
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we're back rocking and rolling into the action here from the break. Number one farm for your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA on a Monday. Happy to have you guys checking us out here on the show. Continue hitting that like button. Give us that thumbs up right there on the channel. Hitting that subscribe button as well. Make this your show, your spot, your platform for all things Bama football. That daily super chat go, $100 daily super chat go, $100 right there. We also have a message board, touchdownalabama.com, Touchdown Alabama Magazine, the message board. If you're trying to be in that first wave or group of fans to help us rebuild or regrow the message board, the link to that can be found in the chat line and in the description. So check out the message board right there. But back into the action here, folks, and these are other highlights that stood out. First scrimmage of fall camp over the weekend. And the first thing here at the running back position, how about Jam Miller one time? Jam Miller, of whom came in, former four-star from Texas in the 2022 class. He and Emmanuel Henderson both came in the same class, but Jam Miller, much more of a physical runner than Emmanuel Henderson. The reason why Henderson moved to receiver, Jam staying at running back. The guy provided a spark last year when he had like 233 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, averaged 6.7 yards per carry. Jam Miller in the scrimmage had an 85-yard touchdown run, explosive 85-yard touchdown run, shot out of a cannon, got up and down the field, made plays. Now, he has been dealing with a slight thigh bruise, according to Coach Saban. Thus far in fall camp, he's dealt with the quad issue and now a slight thigh bruise here. So definitely want to see Jam Miller work through this, get healthy, stay healthy. You got 5 running backs on the roster. Alabama wanting to use all 5 of those guys, but Jam, explosive. Miller can run in between the tackles. He's got speed. Got kind of that Josh Jacobs pinball ability, if you will. Can catch the ball at the backfield. Versatile guy. Definitely want to see this young man stay healthy. But Jalen Milroe, when he was out there scrimmaging, did have a long 85-yard touchdown run there. So that was Jalen Milroe. The next thing that was an eye-opener here in the first scrimmage. How about Tresman Marshall? We flipped this to defense. The transfer from Georgia had a pick six in the scrimmage. Got it off the arm of one Tyler Buckner. So a pick six for one Tresman Marshall, showing his athleticism, his coverage skills, his ball skills, getting back in coverage, reading his keys, picking the ball off, and taking it back to the house. So here we go. We got a lot of guys that can play at the inside linebacker position where Alabama is concerned. It'll be fun to see where Tresman Marshall fits in here, but pick six for him. Read his keys, okay at the ball, jumped the route, picked it off, made a play. Big thing there for Tresman Marshall. As we look at now the tight end room, Bama's tight ends doing work. The tight ends doing work here. Amari Nyblack had a touchdown reception. C.J. Dupree continues to show that he's a do-it-all guy. Danny Lewis Jr., solid tight end, very athletic. I mean, if the wide receivers are having allergic reactions to the football, just throw it to the tight ends, period. If the wide receivers are having allergic reactions to catching the football, then get the ball to these tight ends. They're going to make the play. Dupree is making plays. Nyblack is making plays. Danny Lewis is making plays. Of course, you got Miles Kitzman and Robbie Oots, kind of your mashers, run-blocking tight ends there. But they can still get out and create something, like a catch on a route. They can still do that. So the wide receivers are not quite gelling the way they need to be right now. Get the ball to those tight ends. The best security blanket for a quarterback is a reliable tight end. And Bama's got multiple of those here on the roster. As we continue here with highlights from the first scrimmage here, how about Terrion Arnold, who's been popping people left and right in the first scrimmage? People talk about Kool-Aid McKinstry, and for good reasons, for obvious reasons. A lot is to be expected of him this season as a potential lockdown, shutdown corner, somebody who could be a top 10 draft pick in the 2024 venue for the National Football League. But do not sleep on Terrion Arnold. Pick and play. Duke and flat play. Really good first scrimmage. And for an Alabama secondary that's playing, they got guys playing everywhere. Terrion's working at star and corner. Malachi Moore's working safety and star. Probably some dime too. You got Devontae Smith working at free safety. You got Tony Mitchell learning multiple positions on the back end. So several guys in the secondary are learning more than one role, trying to be cross-trained to learn every spot there in the defensive secondary. And so here's Terrion Arnold making plays here in this first scrimmage. As much as we like Kool-Aid McKinstry and what he does, do not sleep there on one Terrion Arnold entering his second full year playing at that cornerback position. When I look at the offensive and defensive lines here, folks, Eric Wolford and Freddie Roach, they've got guys that can start right now. Eric Wolford's got 6 to 7 guys on the offensive line that can start right now. Freddie Roach has got about 5 to 6 guys on the defensive line that can start right now. But trying to build more depth there. Bringing younger guys along. Getting some guys to be a bit more consistent in playing winning football. That was the one thing Saban constantly harped on over the weekend. We got some guys that can play. We got some guys that can start. We got some guys who are ready. But we need to build depth. We need to get more guys who are all in to playing winning football and playing it at the highest level. Playing at the highest degree. That's the one thing Coach Saban wants to see here. Especially the offense and defensive line. How many more guys can they get to play winning football? Defensively, Saban's talked about Jaheim Otis having a great camp, Justin Aboigbe having a great camp, and they're trying to bring younger guys along. But how many other guys are ready to play winning football here? On the offensive line, we know Seth McLaughlin is ready. We know Tyler Booker is ready. We know J.C. Latham is ready. We know Darian Dalcourt's got experience. We know Terrence Ferguson has come alive here. These are guys that we know. But other guys, Elijah Pritchett's a guy that could start, could. Caden Proctor, a guy, freshman that absolutely can start. But other guys in terms of building that depth, because you need more guys, especially when the season starts and you have players that may be nicked up, banged up. You got to get guys in there ready that can answer the bell right then and there. So that's on the offensive and defensive line. When you look at the specialists, here's a position group that ain't talked about enough. Will Reichert, he still got that sniper rifle for foot, folks. It's still there. Was told Will Reichert nailed 50-yard field goal, 54-yard field goal, and both would have probably been good from 60 yards. The guy's got a boomer of a foot and accurate with it. And Will Reichert back for his 5th season. I know U.S. Bama fans just overjoyed to have this man back for his 5th season kicking field goals, because Bama's going to need him to definitely drill some kicks here. James Burnup, from a punting aspect, a whole lot better this camp. His good punts have gotten even better drilling them, and he has cut down on the mistakes that caused bad kicks. So Burnup doing well. Reichert showing you he's booting 50-plus yard field goals with ease. That be your special teams there. So those are just the highlights there from the first scrimmage here of fall camp, as Alabama in its 2nd full week of preseason practice, getting itself ready for the 2nd scrimmage coming up here on Saturday. But we take another break here on the show. Don't touch that dial, folks. When we get back, we return right after this.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Marvin Constant, All-SEC linebacker and 1999 SEC champion. You are listening to In My Own Words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care, in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99, and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, folks, we're back rocking and rolling into the action right here from the break on a Monday. Getting that work week started off for you correctly. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Continue hitting that like button. We got nearly 300 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Tap that thumbs up. Like the show. Show that support right there. Hit that subscribe button as well. Get everybody checking us out here. The daily Super Chat Go, $100 daily. Super Chat Go, $100 right there. How about Ty Alexander? One time with that $4.99, putting the love in there. Appreciate Ty Alexander helping us out right here on the show. After the first scrimmage of fall camp, and Crimson Tide out there, offensive line, defensive line, receivers, quarterbacks, Jalen Milroe shining in that first scrimmage. Had 2 to 3 touchdown passes there. Bama still dealing with the drops from wide receivers. Holman Wiggins in that group. Got to get that intact in order. But I feel like that's the only issue. And let me say this. I kind of want to pose this as a thought to you, the fans. Let me say this. I know a lot of you are thinking, this offense looks bad. They're dropping passes. What's going on? Why can't Bama catch the football? What's the deal here? But I want to flip this and play devil's advocate with you for a minute. Could it very well just be that the offense is good? It's just that the Bama defense is not playing around no more? Could it very well be this Bama defense is for real for the first time since 2016, 2017? Could it very well just be that for the first time in a while that this Alabama defense is attacking again? They're coming at you again. They're hitting you in the mouth again. They're hitting you in the face again because, and think about this, under Pete Golding, this was an Alabama defense that was kind of, we'll let the offense dictate to us, right? We'll kind of just sit back. We'll let the offense dictate to us. We won't necessarily be aggressive. We won't necessarily do what we need to do. We'll just kind of just sit back and let the offense dictate to us. Now, with Kevin Steele in here, an aggressive, proven, big name coordinator of Kevin Steele in here, now it's Alabama getting back to that aggressive style of defense, right? They're the enforcer. They're hitting guys in the mouth. They're making plays. So just kind of want you to think about that for a minute. So the lines right now not working tonight for some reason. Our apologies for that. Definitely want to hear from you guys. Definitely want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. Just this phone line's not working as they should. So we're going to get this fixed. We're going to have this right. And by Wednesday, we will definitely be able to hear from every last one of you because we know that you all have thoughts that you want to bring here to the show. But going back to what I was saying, it very well can just be Alabama's got a defense for the first time in a while that's an attacking defense that wants to hit you in the mouth, that wants to come at you, and they're not trying to sit back and let the offense dictate things anymore. And that can be shocking and surprising for an offense. Because the last couple of years here, you had Bryce Young and the offense dictating to the defense, and the defense just kind of, sitting there. Now, you got a defense dictating to the offense. They're making big hits. They're sacking the quarterback. They're stuffing the run, creating turnovers. Going back to last week, what did Terrion Arnold say? Kevin Steele's voice is crazy. His voice puts you in the mood to want to play football. Pete Golding's voice didn't put nobody in the mood to play football. I did. Kevin Steele's voice has these guys in the mood to play football, run through a brick wall, and give that excellence. So maybe, just maybe, it's Alabama's defense being an attacking defense again versus people look at the offense, oh man, this offense is bad. No, offense is good. Defense is showing you with Kevin Steele, proven commodity, they ain't playing around this year. Cool call topic right here, and this goes to the AP preseason top 25 rankings. Came up today. Bama at number 4. The preseason rankings, we all know that preseason rankings, preseason polls mean absolutely nothing. It's a talking point for people in the media like myself. the talking point. But here's the intrigue part of this. The number 4 ranking for Alabama is the lowest it's ever been ranked in a preseason poll since 2009. Bama started off that preseason poll at number 5. And that Alabama team went on to win a BCS national championship, capturing the first title of the Nick Saban era and the first title for Alabama since the 1992 season under Gene Stallings. So I'm just saying, this number 4 ranking, the lowest since 09. We saw that hunger that 09 team had, won a national championship. This 2023 team, they got guys with that same hunger, but can it all be put together? That's the question. Can it all fall in line together? We're going to go to our final topic here on the show. Don't touch that dial because we get into our final topic of conversation, and we clean things up with, there's a lot of things expected from this Alabama defense. A lot of expectations from this group under Kevin Steele. And we'll get into it right after this.
I'm Malachi Moore, and you're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith on Touchdown Alabama YouTube channel.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we appreciate all of you checking us out on the day. The YouTube chatting, the donations. Once again, our apologies there for the phone lines. We will have that better. We will have that set to go on Wednesday. You're back rocking and rolling here. Hottest show on the streets. Number 1 forum for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. We're at 128 likes. We're going for 200 to close out the show. We got 287 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Tap that thumbs up. Hit that like button right now. Let's go for 200 likes on this show. Let's get this thing rolling. Tap that thumbs up right there as we got 287 people in the chat here. But folks, as we round the show out right here, this Alabama defense, there's a lot to be expected from this group and position, defensive coordinator Kevin Steele. Many expectations here for this group. And the reason why there are many expectations, people expect under Kevin Steele, this defense to be back. Under Kevin Steele, this defense to be dynamic. Under Steele, this defense to be monstrous. Under Steele, this defense to be absolutely deadly. There's a lot of expectations here. People want to see the return of the Alabama defense that had the giant wall of you-know-what and all, and a secondary that was picking passes off left and right, taking them back for touchdowns. People want to see the return of that type of defense right there. So there's a lot of expectations here going into this upcoming season, and a lot of it is you got several Bama players defensively on preseason award watch lists. Kool-Aid McKinstry, a junior cornerback, is on 5 of these himself. Kool-Aid is on the Lot Impact Trophy watch list, the Bronco Nagurski Trophy watch list, the Chuck Bednarik Trophy watch list, the Jim Thorpe Trophy watch list, and the Walter Camp Player of the Year watch list. Kool-Aid's on 5 of these. And as somebody of whom grew between his freshman to his sophomore season, last year, 15 pass breakups, 1 interception, had his name on a couple of those All-America teams to end the year. He's being viewed as possibly a top 10 draft pick for 2024. He's on 5 preseason award watch lists. There are a lot of high expectations for Kool-Aid McKinstry this season. When you look at Malachi Moore, he's on a couple of these preseason watch lists, including the Lot Impact Trophy. He's on that one. So a lot of people are expecting a young man in Malachi of whom back healthy, can play several roles in the defensive secondary, just trying to locate what would be his main spot upon the season starting. A guy that has a lot of experience. We saw him his freshman year, ball out 2020. Went through some injuries. Now back 100%. Looking to regain that confidence, swagger that he had as a freshman. But he's on a couple of these preseason watch lists. Then you got Dallas Turner, who's on the Chuck Bednarik Award watch list for the nation's top defensive player by the Maxwell Football Club. Dallas Turner as a freshman, we remember 8.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, freshman All-American, freshman All-SEC. Last season, 8.5 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 9 quarterback hurries. His numbers took a dip there, but he's back this season as a junior. The lead in terms of sack specialist, the leader, filling in for one or replacing one, Will Anderson, who's now in the NFL now. So this is going to be intriguing here because this defense, you got a lot of expectations. This defense has got several players on preseason award watch lists. This defense, U.S. fans expecting it to be dynamic, to be elite, take no prisoners. Y'all expect this defense to be otherworldly. At the very least, back to being show enough competitive. At the very least. But we'll see how it goes. So far in fall camp, these guys hitting, these guys tackling, playing well in coverage, getting after quarterbacks, stopping the run. You know, Kevin Steele is implementing what he wants to do here with that side of the football. As always, Bama Nation, you want the best in news, notes, information, material on your favorite program, that being the Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. Now, you download the app from the iPhone App Store, your Rocket Team Apple, Google Play Store. If you have the Android phone for your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, Google Play, iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Bama football. Remember, Tide fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. You're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition here of TDA the magazine. Here's what you do. You go to touchdownalabama.com. You click join, become a member and or a subscriber today. That link in the description as well. Gotta shout out you guys, the Bama fans, for all that you do. Making this your spot here for non-stop Bama football coverage. Once again, we'll have that phone lines thing down by Wednesday, but you can call in. Leave your thoughts right here on the show. Gotta show some love to my man John Ivory, working tirelessly in that production studio. Appreciate my man for all he does right there. Till next time, folks, husbands love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing too. not be bored, to get that schoolwork in, to get you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Till next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.